my friend Hilda, who we're about to talk to, she is a holistic nutritional coach. She trains people and all that stuff, but she's like so much more than that. It's interesting because Dr. Ron...
Here's a trick to lose. Everyone wants to tell you the trick to lose weight. I want to talk to a holistic health coach.
Yeah.
I want the whole package.
The natural way.
Yeah, I want to be healthy and happy and all that kind of stuff.
So without further ado, let's talk about nutritional stuff going on in the holidays and just what's been going on with our immune system for the last couple years. Our friend Hilda. Hilda, do you just want to go by Hilda, one name, or say your full name?
Whatever you feel
it's
like.
On the
Hilda Mercedes.
It's too late. It's
I'm good.
Hilda Caruso. By the way,
H-bomb, whatever.
I love H-bomb. Mercedes is one of my favorite names, but Hilda's really cool too. Hilda, so what exactly? Tell everyone exactly what you do for your clients.
I'm a holistic health coach, and I help people to achieve their goals by coming up with a program that's going to be sustainable and it's going to be long-term.
Sustainable is a good word.
Yes, yes.
Well, because there's diets that, like, people are doing all this stuff, and it's like they crash, and then where do they go from there? Right?
And there's so much information, right?
Yeah.
Everybody has a diet. Everybody has a quick fix. Guess what? There's no quick fixes. Just isn't going to happen.
Yeah.
But over time, if you're consistent, if you're disciplined, if you know your why, if you have a reason why you want to be healthy, then you can focus on that and little by little set a good foundation and you build a strong house.
Yeah.
That's the way it is, you know. But I mean, nowadays with the kind of food that we have available to us, honestly, it's scary. People don't realize
scary. Lean cuisine.
Absolutely. Like, if you can't pronounce it, don't eat it. It's toxic. You know, our bodies are like a fancy sports car, like a Ferrari.
Yeah.
And if you don't put good fuel in there, what's going to happen to the engine?
You got to take care of it.
You know what I'm saying? It'll go until, you know, it's not going to go anymore. But if you do the right things by respecting the fact that we have this amazing self-regulating, self-cleaning, self-healing machine, and you put in the proper fuel, then you're going to thrive, right? And if you have issues, if you've got chronic stuff going on, or you know, certain diseases in the family, you can mitigate that. You can mitigate that. People never tell you.
What about my claim that you have the flattest stomach, the best stomach that's
yes. Do you want to show everyone, Hilda? Look how amazing. Look how amazing. And look at her butt and her thigh.
It's a little bit. It's a little tight. Not as tight as it used to be before the pandemic.
Oh, my God. Tell us how to get there, Hilda. Well, should I start doing sit-ups in my chair?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
What if someone works in an office, right?
Then you take 10-minute breaks every hour and you do your little crunches and you get there. But what's really important is resistance training. So even if you don't have a gym, you can do squats just against the wall. You can do push-ups. You can do, lateral like lunges where you're going back and forth. And I guarantee you, after a couple weeks, you're going to feel the difference.
Yeah.
Because your tissue has to be strong. And then as we age, to protect from falls and other things, it's an organ. So if you make it strong and, you know, it's anti-aging too, which people don't realize, right? Because who tells us that?
Absolutely.
They tell us, go to the doctor or get a pill.
Right.
Not... You know.
How do you feel about like peptides and all these things? Everyone's trying to lose weight and doing anything from peptides or Ozempic and things like that. What do you feel about that?
That's awesome. I mean, those work, but who has that? Who has that kind of budget to continually do that? I mean, you have to be
sustainability.
Absolutely. And guess what? People are afraid of fasting, but when you fast, your body actually ages backwards because it's kind of like a little Pac-Man that goes through the body and cleans out.
How do you say it? Intermittent fasting?
Intermittent fasting.
How do you feel about that?
Or just fasting for 2 days out of the month where you're just drinking. I mean, you can start slow, but there's studies out there that show the incredible benefits. You literally remove disease when you do that.
Oh, so you're saying fasting is good?
Yes.
Okay.
But you know,
2 days in a row?
Well, I would not do that right away. I would kind of, get to that point.
Yeah.
It takes a little time.
And I'd probably throw
and
up.
honestly, everydy's different, right?
Yeah.
So
I would get sick,
you have to individually figure out what works for you, based on how you grew up and kind of the whole DNA stuff. Because if you're, from Italy or from those
Curries.
Mediterranean, exactly. You have certain diets that you just thrive on. So,
yes.
like, look at the Eskimos. What are they? Mostly fat.
Yep.
They don't have diseases.
No.
How is that?
That
Well,
is true.
Because we have to kind of respect our body and sort of, instead of doing what we want, we have to do what it needs and what's required.
Out of all the not cultures, because we have a bunch of different cultures of America, are we like the most unhealthy and sickest?
Oh, absolutely.
Why is that in America?
Well, additives, preservatives,
Okay.
fake food, drive-throughs, the commercials telling you to go get it double,
That is
double
true.
size, triple
Or
size.
Sonic, those funny
Well,
Sonic
you
ones.
know what would be cool? And this,
Yeah.
you talk about fasting and maybe what we eat and doing resistance training. Wouldn't it be cool if we had somebody to talk us through it? Somebody with a lot of knowledge, say a holistic health trainer, for example, that Hilda does, and you help people with this.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Yes, one-on-one.
And part of it's just getting
Coaching.
certain knowledge.
Well, it is. One is awareness. If you are not aware of what's going on, then where do you start?
Right.
So awareness, getting knowledge, and then just little lifestyle, changes that again are sustainable, build that foundation. So and it's something that you can do because like people work, people are busy, but you don't need to go anywhere. If you don't have any level of fitness, start right in your home. There's
Yeah.
basic things you can do. Absolutely.
Yeah, squats. Do
And-
people come in and see you and you do all this?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
And I train them,
Okay.
but I have got little limitation on how I can do that right now. But
Okay,
I get
okay.
excited when I get somebody off a statin or off certain medications
Oh, for diabetes, yeah.
that they
right?
have, exactly. Because but again, it doesn't happen overnight, but 6 months later after this, change in lifestyle, your body goes, I'm safe, I can
Yeah.
thrive, I can do what I'm supposed to do. Absolutely. So it's so powerful and it's so exciting because you're actually changing a life, right?
Totally.
And knowledge is power. But where do you go? So you have to, number one, decide that's what you want, have the patience, have the endurance to have that discipline,
Yeah.
and just trust the process. Don't try to get there like tomorrow. Guess what? You didn't get where you are today in a day. It
Right.
took you probably 10, 20 years.
Yeah,
you know?
you can't do all
40 or
that
50
within a
years.
day unless you're some celebrity that has all these people doing it
Yeah.
for you.
Right.
Let me ask you something before we let you go, because all this stuff is so good. How can you keep track and keep healthy during the holidays? Is it okay for someone to pig out on Thanksgiving?
Well, I think what you want to do is you want to prepare for that.
Okay.
So most people pig out because they
Don't
know,
eat until Thanksgiving.
Well, exactly, right. And why would you want to do that?
Right.
Like, you want to gorge yourself so you're
No.
like in a coma?
No.
No. You want to
You don't
enjoy.
feel good.
Exactly.
You do want to
exactly.
enjoy
exactly.
a good meal.
But don't
Cranberries, all that
starve
fun
yourself.
stuff,
You know what I mean? Have your a reasonable, maybe more higher protein kind of breakfast kind of thing, so your blood sugar isn't crazy. And when you see that pie, you're going to put your face in it.
Right.
Be reasonable. Plan. Also, you can do things like bring a dish, like maybe cauliflower,
healthier.
mashed potatoes.
Ooh,
So good.
that's
right?
a good idea.
If you're going somewhere for Thanksgiving and you're not taking a dish anyway,
Right.
Shame
yeah,
on you.
yeah, shame on
Do
you.
something healthy and they'll go,
Cauliflower.
what?
You know what? When I took the cauliflower mashed potatoes to my family event,
Yeah.
they were all surprised. They never even imagined.
That
And it's
stuff
so
is
good,
good.
right? So tasty.
So good.
And you also have like cassava chips or seed chips or things that
Yes.
are so easy, to
I've seen
eat to
those
a
at
party.
Save Mart
And
that
they
are
don't, but they
healthy.
don't disrupt your microbiome and destroy your
Yeah.
gut and put your.
We're out of time, but tell us, our
Oh.
viewers, about the spaghetti squash.
Oh,
Oh
yes.
my gosh!
Because we were
First of
talking
all,
about this.
Get online
Instead
okay?
of pasta.
Exactly. Get online because there's a trillion ways to prepare these foods that are so tasty and so
Okay,
good.
good.
And
I'm
actually,
getting online right now.
and actually, you won't miss the pasta. You won't miss that stuff if you find good alternatives, But again, that's preparation, that's being aware, that's being conscious about, okay, I'm going to do this one step at a time. And then after 6 months, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I used to eat that garbage.
I mean,
You know?
I just Googled spaghetti squash, and you would not believe how beautiful it is. Hilda, I could talk to you all day. You have so many great things.
I have a
Can
million more
people?
questions. The more we talk, I have more questions.
I know.
How can people reach you?
Email me or give me a call, and we can set up a consultation and kind of talk about whether or not we're a good fit, and I can help you attain your goals.
I love it. I love it. And then once you get a space, are you going to start doing like more training?
Yes.
Weight resistance training
yes.
once you get that going. All right. So remember that during the holidays. Work up to the Thanksgiving meal. Spaghetti squash. Hilda, we got to have you on with us again.